Welcome to the big show. This is Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, and we are happy to have you with us today. Al, I am back, and you are back in the saddle. I am back here in Minneapolis. How are you doing today?
We're both back here in the saddle. I'm doing fantastic. I was going to try to hold my breath until all this bad air left, but apparently that's not going to work. This is with us for a while. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is crazy. But you know what? The stock market is still rolling this week.
It is. It always is.
It is also smoking.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's great to be back, helping our listeners make better investing decisions. And Al, with this great move we had this week, and everybody's probably thinking, well, what move? The market didn't really do a whole lot. The most major indexes were down just ever so slightly this week. So we had some, we'll call it consolidation this week, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the U.S. dollar. That's been coming off a supply area that we've been talking about, the past several weeks, 3 weeks here or so. And that's driving a lot of these stock market moves. And that's some of the things we're going to talk about here today on Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academies. We're going to talk about how supply and demand rule or move this market. And Online Trading Academy has been teaching people just like you how to use the markets for income potential, whether you're in your working years, we'll call it accumulation or retirement. We're going to talk about that as well, accumulation and distribution.
Right.
Al, let's recap the stock market, what's going on, but you've been helping a lot of people get started in these markets. Let's hear it.
Well, there's a lot of things going on. We still have the coronavirus issue that is, with us. We had earnings. We're still in earnings season. People are still waiting for the Fed. They're concerned about inflation. A lot of things that are causing up and down movements in the market. You mentioned one thing that's important. You mentioned the dollar heading into a supply zone. And really what Josh is talking about, that's an area that our students are able to identify where there are sellers for a particular asset. When you hit that area where there are sellers, more than likely on a pretty routine basis, price is going to turn and go the other direction. But here's what's happening, Josh, and one of the reasons we're seeing so much movement in the market is that there's a near record household equity position. A lot of people have been forced to go into the market because real interest rates on bonds and fixed income vehicles just aren't enough to provide anything, enough to even exceed inflation.
Yeah, call it basically nothing.
It basically, well, in many cases, it's negative.
Yeah.
So there's a high percentage of people, though, that are investing in the meme stocks and cryptocurrencies and in volatile assets that show that there's a willingness to take on risk out there. The concern there, and it's a huge concern, is that a lot of these people are doing that with a lack of knowledge on how to protect what they have, how to identify market or asset tops, in other words, a point at which the market or an asset could roll over. And a large percentage of those trades are based on emotional buying, on hype and on opinions on what people think the market should do. And they're really ignoring the most important component of successful trading. Look, let's keep it simple. Really, it simply comes down to the word price. And we're looking at direction and location of price. Those are the two important things. When I'm talking about direction, I'm talking about whether the price is going up, whether the price is going down, or whether it's sideways. It's important to know that. And then also location of price. Where do you get into a position or out of a position so you lower the risk, you increase the profit potential, and you increase the probability that that trade or investment is going to go in your favor? And we always talk about this, in basic terms. Trading, investing simply is the transfer of assets from the accounts of people that don't know what they're doing into the accounts of people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's right. And you've helped a lot of people get to that other side or have the potential to know what they're doing in these financial markets. When we talk about the stock market, this is actually the whole market we're talking about because the whole market is the market.
Yeah, right.
Stock, options, futures, Forex, there's a lot going on. And you had a good point about bonds not really doing anything. There's a lot of people that say, hey, I invest in stocks and bonds. Basically, they're investing in stocks because bonds are not bringing those returns.
Yeah, things have changed. It
Exactly.
used to be, when bonds were returning, a high interest rate, when you were looking at maybe 5, 7, sometimes 8, 10%, then that's a different situation.
Yeah.
But now we're at that point where you have real rates of return that are zero or negative.
Yeah, and that's why you need to understand supply and demand, how the markets actually move. More demand, price goes up. More supply, price will go down. That's how anything in life moves or works. So, Al, it's the beginning of the show, and we have a lot of people, a lot of listeners that want to get started and learn in a physical setting on how to utilize the financial markets. Doesn't matter if it's stock, options, futures, forex, cryptocurrency. That had a huge move this week. Great opportunities out there. I believe a lot of people are listening to. So I want to give everyone the opportunity to get started in trading and investing. If you're not trading, but even if you are, maybe learn some new techniques and strategies to hopefully enhance your investing decisions. So callers 1 through 10, we do physical classes right here in Bloomington. Al teaches these. So I want to give away 20 tickets to this class. For callers 1 through 10, when you do that, you're going to receive two things. You're going to receive 2 tickets plus the Financial Quick Start Kit. There's topics in there to help you get started right away. Call 952-814-4410. That's 952-814-4410. You can also text the word INVEST to the number 484848. You'll receive a link back to register for the free class. Al, what's next?
Well, let's keep it simple. Let's talk about what's keeping you from achieving your full financial potential.
Coming up next, what's keeping you from reaching your goals, but how to get there. Once again, 952-814-4410. This is Josh and Al. We will be right back.